Right.
8 o'clock prime time, and we got a full onslaught of folks here on the 95 North Sports Machine. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for taking time out of your busy Tuesday night. It's 8 o'clock. It's prime time. You already know who we got here. Is Antoine Smitty Smith, my brother, Chris Tipmore, another one of my brothers, and we got two special guests in the building. Big Game James and AJ Turnup from Bucs Report, and Big Game James from his whole entity, man. Shout out Jay Stoggs, the Buff Nerd. Also, I know you do a lot of work with the Buff Nerd over there, diehard Dallas Cowboy fan. So if you're watching, salute to you, my brother. And yeah, man. But thank you, gentlemen, for taking the time out to hang out with the crew over here at the 95 North Sports Machine. We got some Bucs and Falcons stuff that we have to talk about. We'll touch on a little bit of what's going on in the NFL. Really, nothing too off the rails. We'll talk about a recent free agent signing by the rich get richer Philadelphia Eagles, and we'll go from there. But we'll be back in 20 seconds. So let me treat you guys to the best intro out in the game right now. Yes. Week 14 is looming. Damn it, fellas. Week 14 again, man. Like, not again, but already here. What do you guys think about that, man? Football season is flying by, man. Flying by. But it's December. The most important games are played in this month. We got Falcons Bucs this week. A team that's, maybe trending in our Atlanta Falcons, and maybe a team that's probably peaking or plateaued, so to say, in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But you guys are the experts, so I'll turn that over to you guys. You guys let me know what you think so far in this 2023 season for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. AJ, what's going on? Talk to the folks, bro.
What's up? Yeah, what's up? First of all, that's a dope ass intro. I like that. That's like such a theme. Yeah, like I would like to walk into a room with that theme. I appreciate it. But shout out to the Atlanta folks out here for allowing me to be on the show. I appreciate your hospitality. That's how we do down south, Southern hospitality folks in the house. Best place to be. But yes, sir. When it comes to the Bucs, I will say this: between both teams, whoever wins this game is going to win the division, and this will decide whether each organization will start cut their losses if they lose, and then they will evaluate themselves and other people on who will stay and who will go. That goes for both teams. This is the most important game for both teams of this season. This is a do or die moment. And right now, both teams are question marks. Especially, I would say for my team, it's more so on the coaching still. And it's been that way for a while now. So it's just going to depend on what the coaches do. If they play to the Buccaneers' strengths, I think we should beat y'all because we still have a little more talent on paper. But if we continue to get in our own way, then expect to see another game that we saw the last time we played y'all, where it was literally like another version of the Little Giants.
He said we should beat y'all. God, ouch, man. Damn, bro.
He done started already.
It's on the holiday season. It's the Christmas spirit, bro, man. Come on, we gonna beat y'all.
I think we should. Hey, I think we should.
No, I get you. Hey, what say you, man? What do you think so far about this Bucs?
Ooh, man. Hey, first and foremost, man, I appreciate y'all for having me.
No Christmas spirit, man.
When I look at this team, I'm not surprised anymore by nothing I see. Everything I see that say that can't happen does happen. The only thing that I'm happy about right now is that we're in the NFC South and the whole division sucks. I mean, realistically, I don't think I'll offend any fan of any team in the NFC South when I say the South sucks right now. And I was saying that the AFC South is gonna be worse than us, and Jacksonville has been showing good until last night, right? But realistically, you look at the record of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, come out hot, lose 3 in a row. You're trying to figure out when the hell you're going to get back on track, get things going again. And as soon as you think you got it figured out, they throw something else at you that makes it go like, well, goddamn, why do I continue to feel hurt when I know I'm gonna be disappointed. That's like when you date that ugly girl. You think you're gonna go to the house the next time and she's gonna come out the house and look better, but all she did was put on some more makeup, but that bitch still ugly. She's still ugly. And that's what the Buccaneers. The motherfucker put some lipstick on, but they still ugly right now, dog. And
Man,
it's hard to look at sometimes.
So who the Bucs? Ugly Wanda?
Well, I was thinking more like Shanae. I didn't think there was Wanda ugly.
Man.
Nah, the Bucs fans are Shanae because every time we see something new, we go, "Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, how can this happen? Oh my goodness."
Oh man. Hey, something that's been ugly, and I hate to, not to sound like I'm dumping on you guys or anything like that, but something that's very uncommon in the Tampa Bay, era, so to say. Tampa Bay is always known for their hostile defense, their swarming defense, you know what I mean? Stout up front, great linebackers, Levante David, it's still around a mainstay there. 28th, I believe. Wait, hold on. If you get my stats right, 27th overall in defense thus far. That's something where it's like, oh man. And now, is it more so because? Hold on. How do I rephrase this? You guys have the players, right? Is it coaching? Is it the defensive coordinator that's just not putting these players in their best spots to be successful? Because it's really an uncommon thing to say Tampa Bay is one of the worst defenses in the NFL.
I want the professional, the man who has been at that level. Salute to James. You go ahead and speak your mind because you gonna give it the real football talk. I'm gonna say what I say, but we want the man who's been there.
Yes, sir.
Please, you elaborate.
I honestly believe that the defense is underperforming big time this year. There's been several games this season where you go, hey, if our offense scores 20 plus points, 24, but we should win. We've gone out and scored some of them points. And the best example of that keeps always sticking to my head and I can't unsee is the Houston Texans game. Now, I'll give CJ Stroud his props right now. He's playing great football for a rookie and handling his business. But in certain games, certain situations, our offense goes down, drives late, scores. A Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense usually, bites at the moment to get it done, right? The first game against the Falcons, the defense showed a little bit more grit, created a lot of turnovers, got the ball back. They put the offense in situations then that the offense can capitalize on. But in that game and those other games where we're scoring the points that we're scoring, and yet the defense can't find a way to get a stop and get off the field, that was the one key point. I mean, we thought that was going to be the one strength all year. And I said this before, and some people like it, some people don't. I still believe Todd Bowles bit off more than he could chew, where he wanted to be the head coach and the DC and everything else. Sometimes you got to bring other people in on certain parts so you can really get the true management that you need. And that's what and we're missing that right now.
Mm-hmm. And that's we could speak in a parallel notion here, because for what you're saying defensively, we could say that offensively. We got Coach Arthur Smith who handles the play calling in Atlanta, and we all think, as the fan base, just think that he needs to bring in an offensive coordinator to take that load off of him. Let him be a coach and let the OC do his work and his magic. So yeah, we in similar fashion there. Smitty, man, what do you think what do you expect this game this time around? 7 weeks ago, it was the much talked about Desmond Ridder fumble at the goal line. Some mistakes were had. The only touchdown scored in that game was a rushing touchdown by him. He could have had two that game. And, our offense was revolving around Younghoe Koo. Do you think the Falcons have enough to go into this game, into this matchup on Sunday, to try and exploit some of Tampa Bay's weaknesses this coming Sunday?
I absolutely think they will, and I just think they should follow the game plan they had the first go round, week 7. As I look at it, man, run the football. That's just going to be their key the rest of the way. And they did a pretty good job against a strong Bucs front 7. I was kind of surprised at them getting 156 yards, and without Bijan Robinson, that was more impressive. But this time around, man, that 401 yards they had that first time around, I think they should try to duplicate whatever they did, no matter what it was. Not the fumbles, though. Y'all leave the fumbles out. But I think this could be a chance for Ridder to finally get that monkey off his back, man. Because if they run the ball, Bijan has been running strong the last 4 weeks. I expect it to keep going. And I think they can exploit Tampa Bay secondary, which I think is the weak link of their defense.
What you got,
Chris? Chris, go ahead. Speak your mind, my man. We ain't heard from you.
Yeah, man. Well, we averaged 6.3 yards per carry against the Buccaneers in that game. And that was without Bijan Robinson. When we was going through a little headache gate or whatever it was, he just wasn't feeling well. But either way it goes, he was not a factor. He only had one carry. And that's the whole difference. We're going to have him. I think we should allow him to get to the outside because if y'all noticing, Cordero Patterson, he's lost a step as far as getting to the outside, but he can still be effective going right up the middle, right up the gut. Let's get it smash mouth, man. Same style like we did last time. Cordero had 10 carries, and I believe that Algiers had 21.
Yeah.
So exactly. Yep. So that recipe, of course, it's not going to be Algiers having 21 carries, but we should go similar and add some Bijan Robinson into it, and I believe we should skate out real easy.
Max. I love how we got. Before you start, AJ, we got a question for y'all already from my boy Justin Swishy Sweets. He wants to know: do you guys think Mayfield gets suspicion? And that's a great question.
I can answer that for you right now. No, this is why. Baker is a good quarterback, very good quarterback. But we have seen the peak of Baker. Baker is a guy that you want on the team when your team is stacked. If Baker was on the 2021 Bucs roster, I would say go for it because his mobility would give us such a major advantage. But when the game is on the line, if you look at it in San Fran, now people want to say, oh, well, Otten and Tompkins should have caught the pass. No, they should have, first of all, Canals designed shit plays again, but also Baker is not a pocket presence quarterback. It's too many variables that you have to do to help his game. Now, I've said this because as someone who has coached offenses and called plays, a guy with Baker because of his stature and size, when he's in the pocket, because he doesn't read like a Brady or anything, you have to give him that first immediate option. And with that being said, we've seen unless this offense turns into a miracle and becomes a juggernaut, I don't see any more upside for Baker. That's not to say that he is a bad quarterback. I think Baker is an average to above average moment, but I want to see what our backup Kyle Trask can do because a 6'5" guy, he can throw over and he doesn't have to worry about the passes being batted down. The thing that's pissing me off about Baker, he is not utilizing what his greatest asset is, and maybe that's coaching, which I think it is as well. He's a rollout pocket. He's a quarterback that can make plays happen on the run. When he is stationary, that's usually when bad things happen. So no, I do not think he needs an extension unless he would have to at least by the end of this season, I would need him to throw at least on average 300 yards a game, 2 touchdowns, maybe 1 pick, but that's about it. His decision-making has been awful. This past Panthers game, Mike Evans is the only reason the Bucs didn't lose this game. That is it. Baker, I want to see what Trask has because the Buccaneers have a history of throwing away diamonds. You ever heard of this guy called Steve Young?
Yeah.
Bucs drafted him. You went all. You gonna say Doug Williams next too, ain't you?
Because the Bucs man is a historian. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
The tendency of giving up gems just because, and again, this would mess up Jason Light because if Trask goes somewhere and he's good, or if he doesn't go anywhere else and he sucks, that is an indictment on Light. So what the hell you draft him for? So why not see what he has? I with Baker, I like Baker, but if Baker doesn't utilize his legs to be the strength and he cuts down on these stupid ass decisions, I cannot have that. I want to see what Trask is like because for all we know, the Bucs. I tell you guys this draft, everybody's hyping up about these quarterbacks. I guarantee you only 2 of them will pan out. So I don't want to guess on this draft when if we have something solid in Trask, we can pick up better options because this team needs a lot of help. So to answer that question in a nutshell, I like Baker, but I've seen his peak.
I'm gonna give you the short version, Smitty. AJ, get a sip of water, AJ. That shit, goddamn. I too, before the season started, I was all about Kyle Trask, and I still believe you can give Baker Mayfield an extension. That way you don't go waste and pick a quarterback in this year's draft. Now, when I'm saying extension, I'm not thinking like no big multi-million-dollar 5-year extension. You can do a 1 or 2 and still let Trask battle to see if he's going to be the right fit. Hopefully Canales that, because one thing is, if Bowles doesn't make it back next season, that's really going to determine if he gets extended or if they start to revamp everything else. So whoever they bring in has got to fit their roster, right? If this same staff comes back or Bowles comes back and makes changes within the staff, I believe you can give Baker a 1 or 2 year deal, let him and Trask still figure it out, put something in. And like you said, AJ, we need so many other pieces. You build throughout the draft that way. Because every time you restart, you look where it takes you. Because Jameis Winston being our first pick was not that long ago. And look where we are now in the same position trying to figure out what we have quarterback-wise. The most important person to re-sign is Mike Evans.
There we go.
Period.
Absolutely.
That's the most important person to sign.
And to answer your question, James, Bowles is not going to be back. You know why? He did the one thing that he was supposed to do. He fucking failed as the defensive coach. Your job, I said this on our show, on the Bucs Aftermath. If this defense wasn't between top 5 and top 10, get out of here. Because I don't want Bowles being a coach of a new quarterback or an off. I don't want him to do anything. He failed his job. Fellas, when we was playing, y'all, we had a healthy roster. There was no excuse. You are the damn defensive minded. Where is this same guy who embarrassed Mahomes in the Super Bowl? Are you? And again, we have to ask this because James, you a coach as well. Are you the coach that's good when everything is good on your roster, or are you the guy who can build no matter what? Because we got the Mike Tomlins out there who can make anything good, but it's a rarity to be like that. Even the great.
I ain't gonna lie, AJ. It's easy when everybody's healthy, when your roster is loaded, and it's also easy to look great when the 2 starting tackles for the team you playing against in the Super Bowl is out as well.
Oh, absolutely.
We definitely can't forget that. I don't know. I'm kind of torn between that. I know exactly what you mean. Bowles has not lived up to what we thought it would be. But at the same time, they've made some personnel changes of late that is helping. Now, Joe Tryon-Shank not starting no more. Yaya Diaby being thrown in that starting lineup. That's a big move. And I've said that for a long time that you're going to have to get and let him play. Let him play and get it done. Yeah, it's time. Hey, free that money up. Send Joe Tryon. And I was with Joe Tryon-Shank, and I always had his back. And it was to a point where I was like, you know what? It's just time now. I mean, if you got to start get him in the right system where he can go be a different player somewhere else. And let's live off that 3rd round pick. Yeah, it ain't gonna hurt our cap. We ain't forced to pay him nothing no time soon, and we can put that money towards other pieces on our roster.
Yeah,
James.
I'll tell you this, man. Yaya was one of my favorite players coming out of the draft, man. From Louisville, high motor guy. I was pissed when y'all took him. I was like, God damn, he was sitting right there in late rounds. And one thing the Falcons do very well is draft late, late in the later rounds. But Smitty, I know I'm not going to speak for you, but I know you can agree with this. 2,700 yards, 18 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I'll take those stats on this Falcon squad right now. And that's what Baker Mayfield is right now. His INT to touchdown ratio is pretty good. And AJ, you mentioned his decision making, has been questionable. Are you not at all, surprised by the interception to touchdown ratio? Because it seems like he has a good grasp on this offense, but is it that he's not connecting with first time OC over there?
Well, no, it's not. It's a combination of both, but for the most part, again, Canales, this is his first year, but at this point, you can't always go by the damn books. But I say this, when you have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, you have 2 elite receivers at your disposal. Use the pass to set up the run. The problem with Canales is balance doesn't always mean that it's good if the balance isn't effective. You can't do rush attempts and it's always 2nd and fucking 10 or 2nd and 9, and then we know what you're doing. One is the Falcons. If I were y'all, I wouldn't take the run game serious. I would literally load the box and be like, I dare you to run. Rashad White is not a bruising guy. He can get there, but this line, people don't realize this line was set up to protect the pass because Brady was here. So utilize that. Get the rollout plays. They need more crossing routes. And they have yet to put now Canales didn't put Baker in the best position, unfortunately, but there are times where Baker, as that quarterback, as that guy, You cannot just sit there, and if you know the play is some shit, you got to tell the coach, I don't think this is right, man. We need to do this. Canales, stop trying to run the damn ball. It ain't going nowhere. James can tell you that. James, you've played in the league. Can you tell me, isn't it? Don't y'all back in the day find it hilarious when you knew a team can't run and they tried anyway?
But before you go, James, let me say this real quick.
Yeah.
The reason why I would not load the box, one, we would not have AJ Terrell this week, so look for him to pass the ball a little bit more. Two, Rashad White, you're right. We stopped in the first game, but he also beat us in the pass game. So you have to look at him as a receiver instead of a running back this game. So it's just like flipping the script. Three, we haven't had much success when we did all our blitzes. Most of our blitzes were disguised blitzes coming up the middle. Now, one thing I would do this game is probably do a little bit more blitz with the defensive backs, which I think could work. But Rashad White, man, he's going to be a sneaky guy to watch this game.
Yeah.
And we really don't have a linebacker that could cover him. I'm going to be real with y'all. If we have someone to cover him, it should probably be a D. Alford or Clark Phillips III, or maybe even Trey Flowers if he's not on Mike Evans.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great game. It's going to be a great game for the corners, for the Falcons, and a good test for Jeff Okudah. Jeff Okudah has been, a little bit bumpy as of late. A lot of teams have targeted him, and AJ is in doubt this week because of the concussion. I believe he's still in the concussion protocol after that. Damn near that huge hit that he took by Breece Hall, man, in that Jets game, man. And shout out to AJ, man. He's a corner that doesn't make business decisions. He's in there. He sticks his nose where it doesn't belong a lot of the time. So shout out to him. But I like this game more for Jeff Okudah, and this is probably where he would earn his contract with the Falcons. Let's see what you can do against a top tier wide receiver, because we all know Mike Evans is a fucking Falcons killer, man. 10 touchdowns thus far on this year, over 1,000 yards already. I think he's already in season with over 1,000 yards. And I think AJ, you had mentioned this before the show. He has more touchdowns, or Chris might have said that he has more touchdowns against the Falcons than any other team in the NFL. So, Chris, I'll pass it to you, man. What is the key to stopping Mike Evans? What do the Falcons have to do to slow down this guy, this ageless wonder, if you might want to call him?
Stick that foot out and foot clip him.
Yeah, that's the one thing. That's first and foremost. You got to be physical with him.
You ain't right, Smitty. You're
gonna have to be physical with the man. He has 11 touchdowns against the Atlanta Falcons, and that's the most in his career against any other team. Like he just said, 10 straight seasons. But you're gonna have to be physical with him. You're gonna have to realize that you're probably gonna need an ice bath after the game going against Mike Evans, and it's cool. But Jeff Okudah, I feel like Alberto was saying, this could be a game for him, man. He can kind of get up in Mike Evans a little bit more. Hopefully AJ plays. I'm not sure about the concussion protocol, but hopefully AJ can play, because we definitely need him out there. Clark Phillips, he is very serviceable, but let's just be honest. I don't want to see him against Mike Evans. I don't think.
Yeah, you do. Go ahead, do that shit. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Come on, BG. I believe in the man.
Not to cut Chris off. I love when fans say some shit so I can sit back and laugh. Yeah, okay, you won't see that happen.
I don't think I want to see that. That's what Flowers.
I know what y'all can do to beat Evans if I were y'all.
Clark Phillips thing on Mike Evans. But yeah, man, we got to be physical with him. You're gonna have to be physical with him at the line, and to be physical with him all the way up until you're not able to anymore. Because he's gonna be physical with you. He's gonna beat you up. Like I said, you may need an ice bath, and it's cool as long as you get the job done, man. We have to keep him under control, and honestly, maybe Chris Godwin try to beat you and everything. I think he's been a little hobbled or something like that over the past couple of weeks. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's definitely a guy that you got to watch out for as well, because he'll carve you up too. So, it's
a reverse situation. When Brady was with the Buccaneers, Evans was the red zone guy. Godwin was Brady's man, because Godwin is a more complete receiver. He can run short, intermediate, and long routes. And we know Brady is a perfectionist. He likes a precise route guy. He likes those precise possession receivers. It's no coincidence that Evans had his best statistical yardage seasons under quarterbacks like Winston, gunslingers, throw the ball up. That's what Baker does. Baker always praises Evans. He said it's the best receiver I've ever thrown to. So Baker likes to take those risks with Evans because he's more confident in Evans than he is with Godwin. But he got to understand Godwin is your man too. When Evans is getting off, if Godwin and Evans, I'll say it, this game is on sync, it will be a long day for you because then, as my man Smitty said, that's when you can use Rashad White in the short pass, the checkdowns. But again, I'm giving Canales and them too much credit. If I were you guys, like you said, you beat Evans up, and also your biggest thing is to make Baker uncomfortable. If you guys make Baker uncomfortable in the pocket, and if we try to make him be in the pocket most of the game, you guys are going to win because you have the defense to get to Baker. Now, if Baker rolls out as he should, if Canales listens to your boy AJ right here, this guy who's trying to be in this intern bucking program, I would have this offense open because when Baker is running out of the pocket, all of your corners, and you guys can admit this, we have too many other weapons. People are forgetting Palmer is still here. This guy who runs a 4-3. If I get him out there and he can throw on the run, that could make the biggest advantages. So it's typically
early on in the season, Palmer was playing very well. He was making plays, but for some reason they slacked off of him, and I think that hurt them a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unfortunate because they don't know what to. I can already see what's going on. Canales doesn't know how to utilize all his receivers. Godwin and Evans are your possession guys. If you need those tough catches, a guy like Palmer and Otten, you give it to these fellas in stride, like the way we used to use Scotty Miller. Scotty Miller, I did not want him to be a possession guy. You throw that to him, you throw the rock to him when he's in stride. That's what the Bucs got to get back to. That's what great coaches do. You utilize what best suits your positions. So, and when it comes to the way the scheme to beat y'all, if we decide to run, we got to pass first because then Rashad White, he excels at HB draws because he's a shifty back. He's not Nick Chubb. So it's going to be a tough game because
very tough.
Again, this is all or nothing for both of us. If one of us lose, then we're going back to the drawing board. Like, okay, let's evaluate the rest of the seasons because they'll shut certain players down. Like if we lose, I wouldn't be surprised if Devin White doesn't play for miss a few more games. Levante David, because that's going to be another thing. Did you hear, James and everybody, that they're saying that Devin most likely won't be playing in Atlanta?
That'd be a key loss for you guys, man, into this game.
Oh yeah,
if that's the truth.
Something's going on with Devin White. I think question if he really hurt.
Yeah, you think he's points out because that was a recurring theme in the offseason that he potentially may want to have, wanted to get traded out of Tampa Bay. Do you think he still feels like that because of the trajectory of the way the team is going?
He requested a trade early, then came back. He's playing. I still think that there's something with him in the front office bumping heads, and he don't really want to be there right now.
Yeah, and he played himself. You know this, guys. When you go out there, you as professionals, and especially James, when you make a statement about your skills, that you basically are selling yourself as that product. This is still a business, as you said. This is a job. If you go out there and say, I deserve $100 million, damn it, you better play like that. And if you don't, you are devaluing yourself. So now he's in a position where he knows, like you said, James, he might know I played like some shit this year. I'd be lucky to get $30 million next year because he will not be a priority. At this point, I'd be like, I'd pay him like he's a third rounder at this point. I'd be like, take a hike because $100 million, my ass. Fred Warner is $100 million.
That's a fact, man.
You
mentioned a key word. You said statement, and I'm gonna just turn to my guys right quick with Smitty and Chris. Statement, which we statement win in ugly weather up in New York this past weekend. We held the Jinx to 8 points, right? But in that breath, brothers, 7th in scoring defense, 10th total defense, 2nd in third down defense, 1st in red zone defense. When the fuck was the last time that you could say that this Falcons defense was in any one of these categories? you probably got to go back early to 2004, 2005 range where, you know, the defense was pretty stout. It had over 40 sacks plus. This year, of course, you know, we're still lacking in the sack department, only having 26. We've superseded what we had last year with 21.
Yeah.
To Smitty, Chris, man, the numbers are out. This Falcons defense is for real. Week 14, I mean, is this the formula to win going forward for our Falcons if we're going to sniff a playoff berth? I'll turn it over to Smith. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I think it is, man. And like I said, man, before, running the football is going to be critical the rest of the way. But the way they've been playing defense all season, not just the last month, the way they've been playing all season, I think the Falcons can hang their hat on that. And that's something to be happy about. And with that, I see ball control. I see clock management. I see, wins. And it showed last week. They ran the ball, held the clock, even though they were, even with the Jets in time possession almost. I think that's going to be their formula for winning. Play great defense, run the football. Just like old school football. Just beat guys up in the trenches. And I think just like they did the first game against Tampa, man, just wear down that stout defensive line. And I think, that's a recipe for a win.
Indeed, man. Falcons, man. No touchdowns in the last 9 quarters, man. The defense making their statement, putting their statement on each and every game. We already know Jesse Bates, definitely worth every penny that we have given him. He's definitely helped win some games for the Falcons. And let's just be honest, if we don't have that guy in the backfield or being in the center field, should I say, for the Falcons defense, man, we're definitely not the top of this division. We're down there more closer toward Carolina Panthers. So I'm just keeping it real. So, man, the Falcons defense is going to continue to have to bend and not break. And it was impressive against this Buccaneers offense as well, because there was times that the Buccaneers were down there in the red zone and they were unable to come out with touchdowns. They had to settle for field goals. We also set up for that game winner that Desmond Ridder, was able to come on down and throw it to Kyle Pitts for that nice catch. And we was able to get Younghoe Koo 16-13. So the Falcons defense, without that defense, that doesn't even happen. So there's probably a touchdown if the Falcons defense wasn't able to stand up and bow their backs up, man, against these Buccaneers. And that's going to be the recipe for success for the rest of the season. This defense, leaning on this defense. It's so funny that we got an offensive guru, but a defense, and had a defensive guru and an offense. It's just so backwards, but it's happening. It is what it is. That's where we're at with it.
Welcome to today's NFL.
Facts.
And I'm gonna be real, man.
Oh man.
I think Desmond Ridder's legs is gonna be key to the game too, because the first time around he ran for 38 yards, and that doesn't sound like much, but he made those plays in the clutch. So you can see his legs being utilized a little bit more this game as well.
Yeah, and that 38, Smitty, like you said, it's enough to not start making your defense be honest. Or those secondary guys that start getting dirty eyes. We always talk about clean eyes, dirty eyes. When you got a quarterback that can run a little bit and those dirty eyes get off into the backfield and see what that quarterback's doing, that makes it a little bit easier for that receiver to get wide open. And I'm not gonna lie, I was beyond happy that Bijan Robinson had the phantom sickness or whatever the hell it was. I don't know what it was, but I'm glad we didn't see him. I'm glad we didn't see him running the ball. And Algier still had a good
no film this time, though, baby.
But we still got to be ready to account for that.
And that's the funny thing. I say this, James. The Bucs are night and day when we usually play teams without their starters or their stars, we're shit. But then when the stars come back, then all of a sudden we align. The way one of you guys said it in the comments. If I'm the Bucs and you keep Ridder, you keep him rattled. Now, one thing that I do think that you guys better be on the lookout for. There's a guy 94 named Cansey who is on
Cansey.
That man, and the last time y'all played him, he was green. I don't even think he played that much. But this time,
he only played about 5 snaps.
This time, load the box. There is no need, because I don't see Ridder like being a deep threat like Assassin just yet. But if you're right, load the box, because if Devin doesn't play, despite the fact that I was crapping on him earlier, he is still good at stopping the run. But at Levant, Load that box and make you beat me out of that. Because Ritter, as you guys said, that's not your answer just yet. It's the run game. We cannot allow you to get a run early, get a good rhythm. We want it. The thing is, we got to keep y'all out of rhythm, just like y'all got to keep us out of rhythm. That is the key.
Has Kalaje Casey been introduced to Chris Lindstrom yet? You know, the PFF's best guard the past 2 years
in the world.
Just a question, AJ. Come on, man. You coming at me with this Kalaje?
And this
come on, man.
It's either you got to deal with Casey or Vita. And we know what Vita's job is.
We know what Vita is. And Vita was a little hobbled last game, too.
Right. It's going to take two good linemen to get to Vita. And then, remember, Yaya wasn't starting last time. And Yaya, I love the fact that, James, and you guys know, the 49ers wanted to draft Yaya. Can you imagine if he was on that team already?
We ain't gonna talk about that shit. That'd be unfair.
That would be unfair.
It's all right, man. They all right when I got Chase goddamn Young to go around with
right.
That's what I'm saying.
And they got Randy Crackhead Gregory just chilling in the cut too.
Randy, who?
Yeah. You got him for nothing. You got him for a box and cornflakes.
That's the biggest difference that we're playing y'all now is that we got up and coming guys on defense that we didn't have last time. Again, you guys got us off guard. You punched us in the mouth and we didn't recuperate. Now, another thing is we get in the red zone offensively, they have got to be more creative. Got to be.
Gonna be tough.
I'm gonna revert that defensive line that comment. If y'all haven't noticed the last 3 to 4 weeks, Bergeron has been knocking dudes on their ass, man. Y'all just got to take a look at that kid. And when you talk about those two guys, this helps Drew Dalman immensely because the first couple of weeks, man, Drew Dalman was he was just a non-factor. Man. And now since Bergeron has caught on and caught on to the speed of the game, it makes the Falcon run game a little bit more dominant. So
agreed.
You talk about Devin White may not play this game. The reason why y'all won't be able to load the box this game, because if y'all do load the box, they're going to put one of those big backs in. And they're going to line Bijan Robinson up on the outside. So I don't see y'all loading the box in this game at all.
Well, we got an answer for Bijan. That's called Antoine Winfield, the best safety in football right now.
Okay, but if you put him on Bijan, who's going to guard Kyle Pitts?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Levante David.
He too slow.
Okay, they said David might not play this week, dog.
Oh God.
Thank you, BG, for the breaking news.
I hope it's a lie, but that means Servassier Dennis is going to have to step up and play big. I hate these last minute injury reports because we really don't know yet. But coming into today, they said both of the linebackers were hurt and questioned. So I mean, we got to see.
Yeah. Another thing too, the reason why I say load the box, we need to play more man. Our corners are not designed to be zoned. That's what killed us last time. That's how Kyle Pitts got so damn wide open, because this is why I say this, James. Bowles, the damn cushion coverage does not work. I don't understand. I got a coverage. I got a cushion where I literally have a big old mark across it. It doesn't work when you don't have the personnel. We're always getting set up like that. And if you're going to play man coverage, you know how I am, Jay. I love the jam. You got to do some press. Knock them off their route. Ritter is not the guy that's going to that's going to be a surgeon through the line. If we give y'all all this time, you can make any quarterback look good. Hell, Bryce Young would have looked better if they just weren't such a sorry ass team.
Man, you going to slander Smitty's guy Ritter like that on national TV, man? You got something. You got some nerve, man. That's Smitty's guy. Smitty, Smitty, don't be bullshit and putting your head down. You know you love that guy. I love Desmond. But hey, man, listen, Desmond Ritter, the talk of Atlanta, the talk of a lot of us, Falcons content creators, and deservingly so. Roller coaster ride with the man. As you guys know, he was announced a starter. Really didn't play in the preseason, and a lot of things are biting him in the ass right now. He's really looking, incompetent at times. Sometimes he looks like, okay, maybe we got something here. BG, for a guy that is so up and down as a former defensive player, what are you doing mentally to prepare for a guy like that? Are you sitting back, rallying up your guys and say, hey, man, this guy's food. Let's go eat?
Well, I think you have to know as a defense that if we can take away that run game, that allows us to pin our ears back and be able to put pressure on the quarterback that's not been playing great. Yet, I give y'all credit, Berto. Y'all been finding ways to win the game when your quarterback hadn't played at his best, and he's found ways to hang on to get some wins. That first game against you guys, 16-13. Let's not get it twisted. By all means, both defenses didn't play horrible, but we did not do enough to take away the run to really put more pressure on Desmond Ridder. We have got to do that. We got to go in, stop the run, quiet down the Mercedes-Benz Dome so that we can really take advantage and get back going on defense, because no matter what's going on, no matter how good Baker Mayfield plays, at the end of the day, our defense is what's going to help us win the NFC South if we're going to win it. And that's going to have to start by slowing down Algier and Bijan Robinson and then putting pressure on Desmond Ridder.
This is what happens. Period. This is what happens when you're not at home and you got to use other people's Wi-Fi.
That's all good.
Hey, man, quit blaming that shit on other people, dog.
Hey, man, I got to keep it real. It ain't mine. I ain't paying for it.
I got you. That's what happened.
But to what James saying, I'm gonna go quite the opposite. Same situation. Desmond fumbled the ball 2 times in the red zone. When you're in the red zone against the Bucs this game, you got to take advantage. You got to run those big running backs, so you got to run Bijan. It don't matter who it is. Run the ball down the throat. If you can't do that, use Desmond on the rollout to use his leg. Just don't throw the ball, because we all know in the red zone when he throw the ball, y'all already know what time it is. But
back shoulder throw a legit back shoulder throw. That's all you need to do. That. I like my chances with a back shoulder throw against anybody in that secondary, with a Kyle Pitts or Drake London. My God, last time you tried it, almost got picked off because you didn't throw it back shoulder.
Yeah, he did against New Orleans. He tried to throw it back shoulder to I think it was Van Jefferson, a guy that he has no goddamn connection with. Don't know why he was on an isolation route on the outside, and Ridder made that costly throw. Tyrann Mathieu came up with the INT. But I'm going to switch a gear right quick and bring up a player that has been dragged, some people would say, or just ridiculed a lot, and that's our own Kyle Pitts, number 4th overall pick, 2021 draft, right? A lot of concepts or rock concepts have been shown on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call that damn site. It's
Twix. It's called Twix.
It's the enthusiasm, you might want to say, or the way he runs his routes. They don't look like they're 100%. Are you guys with this notion that he's still hurt, or is it just that now it's something mental that's going on with the Kyle Pitts? He's still second on the team in receiving. He's second on the team, 495 yards. He's on pace to have 800, which would bring him to his second best statistical output as a Falcon. But what's going on with Kyle Pitts? Is it too late to get him going now in 14?
Oh man,
I think he could possibly still be hurt, because James, you can attest to this. We people got to realize a lot of these guys are never 100% during the season. You're blessed if you can be at 75 to 80%. So they have to take that in consideration, and that's why sometimes we have to not be so critical when you see these guys going, well, damn, he didn't hit that hole hard enough. He might be conserving his body because he knows that wrong hit could put him out even longer. I think with that, and then also, again, it's not like Pitts has Patrick Mahomes throwing him the ball. It's not like that he has, you know what I'm saying? You have to be fair and continuity. And as you said, your coach, if they're not offensively linked to their quarterback and the receiver, people, you got to be fair. Again, I am a Bucs fan, but I am also a fan of the game of football, and I love it. And that means you have to be realistic. You have to understand that is not how that works. And I think the hype is because Pitts, it's a lot of hype behind it. He has potential and flashes, but again, if the man is going through an injury, you have to take that in consideration. That's all I say to football fans. These guys are not 90 to 100%.
Did y'all hear that?
Realistic.
Yeah,
Hey,
I heard
Hey.
something. I heard something.
Well, somebody was knocking. Is that DoorDash?
Oh, that must be Dave
That's
Ragone.
it. That's the Atlanta Falcons fans looking for Kyle Pitts.
Oh, man. Oh, you gonna go there?
Oh,
Okay,
Damn.
you gonna go there? Okay,
Damn,
I got
no.
something for you.
No,
Okay.
real talk, Smitty guys. I think it's a surprise to me that Kyle Pitts is playing where level he's at right now. So that's why I believe something must be wrong, because the flashes and glimpses of what he showed, that rookie year, what he could do if he got through everything healthy and got a quarterback that can get in the ball, is not, it's not matching up right now. So I think something may be there more than we know, and he's trying to play through it.
I
he's
agree with that.
He's another one that we don't want to see get going and get hot at the wrong time, because we know he has the makeup and build to be one of the most dangerous tight ends in the game. The way you can play him and how you can utilize him in your scheme, it can be dangerous. But he's always one that I think Falcons fans, even you go in, you account for, and then he dropped off, and it's like, well, damn, how do I fix this now? Like, how do we make up for? We accounted for him to be in this much of the offense, and he's not. We got to find that piece to make up for it. And you don't just replace someone of that stature or magnitude of what you thought you were going to get from.
That's facts. And from a Falcon fan perspective, I think it's a combination of two things. I think it's a combination of the injury, because if y'all remember, if y'all been following me, I've been saying that all year. I don't think he'll be 100% probably to next year, because we all know knee injuries usually take 2 years to heal.
2 years. That's true.
Number two is quarterback play. You look at Desmond Ridder. He can't anticipate throws. He really doesn't go through progressions. When Kyle Pitts got those catches last week, he was the first read on the route. So
trying to get him going.
If Desmond Ridder can go through progression and anticipate throws, everybody else will benefit from that. Until he does that, it's going to keep being first read, second read, first read, second read. So until that changes, man, Kyle Pitts is just going to keep, playing at this level. And surprisingly, his stats are better than last year already. So that is a positive thing going forward. Right. So that's something to hang your hat on. Yeah. But if he gets hot down the stretch, I would love to see it. And I think it takes the Falcons offense to the next level.
All right. And before we go any further, man, we got a super chat from my brother and a member of the Southern Silk crew. That's myself, Smitty, Uncle Steve. Big Little Country Sports with the $4.99 bid, man. We appreciate you tuning in and joining the stream tonight. He says, pause, and I think this is directed at you, AJ. Jesse is the best safety in football. Please, if you have any comeback to that, the floor is yours.
The stats speak for itself. I mean,
92 tackles and 5 interceptions. Jesse Bates, you are that man. Thank you.
He ain't doing what he can't.
Yeah, Winfield.
He's not well rounded. I'm just saying, Winfield also got interception, sacks, tackles as well, and he's playing at that level. And tell me this: can Paul do what Winfield can do? There's a lot of people with the stats that look better, but it's like if Winfield was utilized the same way, he could do it as well. I like Paul Bates, but he ain't no Winfield. Winfield right now is playing out of his mind, and that's another guy that we got to pay, James. You know this already. There's 3 priorities we got to do. Evans, of course. Winfield and Tristan Wirfs, who's going to have another blank check. Because, that man is going to how are you dominant on the right side and then you move to a left side? If he asks for 150, you give it to him.
I can already see him in the ring of honor, to be honest.
Bro, I was sold on him in the draft when they showed the footage where he jumped out of the pool.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, that is a top 10 pick right there. That's unworldly to do, man. A guy that big, but shout out Tristan Wirfs, man.
Even in my best shape, I would have did that. I would have had cut gouges all on my kneecaps.
The Midwest, it's that Midwest country dogs. That's where you draft your line at. You draft your line in the Midwest. I'm always going to get somebody from Illinois, Missouri, Nebraska. That's just how they are out there.
Yeah, Iowa. That's another.
There's been tree trunks out there.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah,
They eat a lot of cornbread.
yeah.
Michael, what's going on, man? Thank you for tuning in tonight, brother. We always appreciate your support, man. But fellas, man, we're getting down to the nitty gritty, so to say. We're 50 minutes in. We want to shout out everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, man. It's been a great show, and it's going to continue to be a great show. We thank AJ, we thank BG for stopping through and blessing us with their presence and their knowledge of their beloved team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But right now is a point where we turn to X factors. And who are they, fellas? Who are they? We'll start off with you guys. You guys are the guests. So, BG, AJ, what are your X factors? Who are your X factors for this game on Sunday?
I really believe.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be quick, AJ, because I know you get long-winded, dog. I love AJ, dog. AJ Turner be cracking me up when I come on the aftermath, dog. I stay laughing.
Oh shit.
I honestly believe that we talked about Kalijah Cansey being that player now coming along. I believe that he's going to be an X factor. He's going to help get in there, plug that run. The double team's going to go towards Vita. He's got to make plays. Yaya Diaby, he's going to get what he's going to get. But I believe that Kalijah Cansey is going to have to be an X factor in this game. And then our running game, not knowing what it's going to be, I'm not worrying about that. But I do believe this time Baker Mayfield is going to have to be an X factor. He's going to have to make better decisions. He's going to have to get the ball out of his hand. And like AJ says, he may need to sprint out, roll out a little bit more to help open up those windows to get from behind those tall offensive linemen to be able to see Mike Evans, and then also get Chris Godwin going again, because Godwin's been kind of forgotten about the last couple of weeks. So Cansey, Mayfield, and then I believe Chris Godwin can have a good game this week to help complement Mike Evans.
Yep. You basically just took all my people on defense, Cansey and Yaya. I'll say one more person, and that is going to be the great Winfield, because if the linebacking core is not there with Levante and Devin, we're going to need Winfield in that box. On offense, I got one person, Canales, the damn coordinator.
Okay.
Are you going to be spiteful and just do stupid shit and try to run to prove a point, or are you going to actually use what God gives you, and that's called common sense and free will, and just be smart? I tell you this right now, and this is a hot take. The Bucs pass 60 to 70%. We're beating y'all by 14. If we try to run, Lord help us. That's it. Those are the X factors. That's
so we are asking for the Lord to help you guys on Sunday. Smitty, for us. I love it. I ask you that you help us on Sunday. Amen. Amen. But I'll throw you guys my X factor for offense and defense. So for the defense, I picked on this guy a lot this season, but we've seen a resurgence in him as of late. And I'm talking young Richie Grant. We're starting to see the switch on defense where we're aligning, three safety looks. It's allowing Richie to creep around the line of scrimmage, and it's making him look a whole lot better than what he did in that Arizona game post-bye, right, Smitty? He ended with really ending the game for the Falcons this past weekend, as he had that strip sack that the Falcons took over. Game was over for us, but he has been making plays, and again, it's because everything is in front of him. When he has to think and backpedal, oh God, yes, it's a horror story. So I say Richie Grant, but I can also say Clark Phillips III if he draws the assignment of having to guard Godwin. That's due to the status of
I think he will.
AJ.
He will.
Yeah,
I think he will.
So that would be for me.
That's
defensively. Offensively, we just talked about him. For me, it's got to be Kyle Pitts. This would be the get right game, so to say. And we're talking get right game, and it's week 14. But Tampa Bay, like BG was saying earlier, those linebackers are in question. And if that holds any water, if there's any truth behind that, now you can exclusively integrate Kyle Pitts, Jonnu Smith into this game plan heavily to open everything else up. So my X factor is going to be Kyle Pitts for the offense.
And I picked him last week, and he did exactly what I said he had to do when I did his job, and I was kind of proud of that. But offensive wise, I'm gonna go Bijan. Bijan didn't play against him the first time. He's been on a hot roll, so I think he needs to keep it rolling this game, both receiving and rushing. And I think if Devin White doesn't play, that gives Bijan a super advantage to line up on the outside or anywhere on the field. So just watch for him Sunday. Defensively, I'm gonna just say Bud Dupree. Bud Dupree had 2 sacks last week, and I think he needs to keep it rolling this week. I think he needs to get the pressure on Baker Mayfield, force him into some turnovers, because we all know Jesse Bates is back there waiting for somebody to make a mistake. And I just think those two guys are the biggest X factors going into this game. Bring it back. I said Bijan Robinson and Bud Dupree need to be the X factors in this game.
Bring it back. I would have probably said something else. God damn it, man. You got fucked all that up right there. But hey, Chris, man, what's up, man? What do you think X factors for offense and defense, brother?
Y'all boys ain't right. Y'all boys ain't right.
Hey, man, see, that's one thing. I got a quick comeback for everything. Alberto know this by now. Yeah, James even knows. James,
go ahead and find out there before the Wi-Fi.
Smitty gun is out the host all the time.
Hey, Chris, I'm a fun ass.
Right.
Oh man,
I can't take them nowhere. I can't take them nowhere.
Hell no.
I can't take them nowhere. But yeah, X factors, man. X factors. I'm gonna go with our quarterback, man, Desmond Ridder. I need you to play mistake-free football, because if you would have done that the first go around against these Tampa Bay Buccaneers, guess what? We would have scored way more points than 16. So, with that being said, I'm putting a lot of responsibility on you. You had 3 fumbles, 2 in the red zone. 1 took away a touchdown. Well, actually, both of them took away touchdowns. We was right there. Oh, Lord, not always the garden salad. Probably does. But yeah, man, Desmond Ridder, that's my X factor. Mistake-free football, and we should go ahead and take care of business. We was down in Tampa. This time we at the house, at the crib, and I do believe that the Falcon faithful are going to be there to pack out the stadium so we can go ahead and keep this division in our hands, because guess what? It's been since 2014 that the Atlanta Falcons have been undefeated in the division around about this time, because back then, that was when we had Mike Smith, and we were 4-0 around about this time in the division back then. So this is a chance to go 4-0 again in a new time frame, almost 10 years later. And we have the possibility to, take this division. And really, we win this game, we pretty much got the division. Pretty much.
Yeah. We
would definitely be 7-6. And man, I believe the Saints got another loss or 2 in them before they even get to us.
The Saints will lose to the Panthers this week coming up. Watch.
Wow. That'll be beautiful.
All that, man.
I need that. Beautiful. Come on, Bryce. Go ahead and have a career day. 400 yards and 5 touchdowns.
No, man.
What, man? Against the Saints, let's do it. What do you
mean? We all know that Bryce Young ain't that guy yet.
It's not even that. If Carr is still injured, the reason why the Saints are the sinking ship right now is because the ineffectiveness of their quarterback play. Carr can't stay healthy, and then when he is out, now you're messing up the chemistry, because then Jameis is always gonna throw you a pick. He's gonna give you one. Taysom Hill is not a damn quarterback. He is just a big ass shoulder that can run a little bit. But the Saints, they're done. The Saints are done. They're done. And I think we all can agree right now we're happy about that. And I wish them nothing more but many more losing seasons.
Yeah, I wish them nothing but unsuccess.
Unsuccess, yes. I want the stench to just reach that stage.
Wow.
I hate out your heart.
The taints, the staints. The taints, the caints.
Oh man!
Ooh, boy, he got a whole lot of it in his heart.
So you got did wrong in New Orleans or something once in your life.
Look, I'd be in New Orleans. I would not be saying that when I'm there. I'd be like, you guys.
I'm gonna just tell you. If somebody from New Orleans watching this show, just don't go on during Mardi Gras to that wrong.
They like, oh yeah. They already don't take a screenshot of you. Okay, remember this face.
Oh, well, you know what I'm going to say? Historically speaking, Mardi Gras came from Florida.
Damn. Oh,
I know they don't like that. I'll be like, hey.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
man.
go. There you go.
Yeah, AJ.
There you go. You better have your
hear
knife
you.
ready. Better have your blade ready.
Oh shit, man.
Nah, it's all good. Hey, look, it is what it is. Hey, it's not my fault that they couldn't do anything with a Hall of Fame quarterback and only get him to the Super Bowl once and then choke every time.
Ooh, boy.
Facts.
And then I didn't have to be dirty to get a Super Bowl. And hey, at least y'all went there.
Man.
You know, it happened, but they were dirty. They were dirty. And that's why I can't stand Sean Payton. I'd be like, look, he's damn hypocrite. I didn't know. You are a coach. You knew. You knew what you were doing.
Them fighting words sound like
It's on site, man. It's on site.
It is because I just hate. As someone who coached, I hate when that one guy. We all been there. The one guy's like, dude, you knew what you did, and then you don't deny. You have the balls to deny it when you know you're filthy. That's why I don't like. I couldn't stand Jenkins, the safety.
Oh, Malcolm Jenkins.
Now I couldn't stand it. I can't stand Jenkins. Oh my God. Like some days I would just hope like someone blindsided him. It just because he's a dirty ass person. He was dirty.
Damn, did he take your lunch money?
I can't stand it. There's been certain players.
Damn.
Marshawn Lattimore, I can't stand. I can't stand. Damn. That person, Marshawn Lattimore.
Lord.
Yeah, just don't go to New Orleans no time soon. That's all
man. Don't make
don't go no time
soon, bro.
Nowhere. Not Emeralds, not nowhere.
I would just be like, hey, I like Wayne.
There you go.
Hey, I like Boosie.
Okay.
Hey, hello.
You know, he Baton Rouge. I know he Baton Rouge, but I just look.
Yeah, that's only an hour up the street.
Yeah.
Nah, like I said, I'm saying that right now in the comfort of my home. I'm there. I'd be like, first of all, I can't see. I'm blind. Like, can you direct me to Bourbon Street, please?
You keep your ass in Florida, sir.
Exactly. I'll be quiet.
Ramona said the fans watching you and they in the shotgun shack. So you better watch out.
Look, look, man. They can just sit back and go watch True Blood.
So, hey, man, Smitty, we've reached the portion of the show where we, we asked the chat to help. I know we have an audience from AJ and BG, and we ask you also to please chime in. This is the ever so important game prediction. Start off with you guys and anybody in the chat, man. Throw your scores up, man, and let us know what you guys think is going to be the outcome this
Before
Sunday.
we go to that,
yeah,
Tyreek Johnson said Arthur Smith play calling his X Factor, and I can't be mad at that.
Can't be mad at that.
But go ahead.
Bunch formations are still a thing. I don't get it, man. There's so many bunch formations on Sunday, and that stretch zone, man. That would, man. My son could have made.
I thought they were playing
tackle, bro.
I thought they were playing hopscotch for a minute. I ain't know what was going on,
bro. They were just waiting for it.
I know some coaches like the bunch formation. I'm just like, dude, why do you do so much out of it? The toss, crack, to this, to that, to this. I'm like, we don't run none of the shit that you call when you.
Yeah, that's so 1975 is ridiculous.
Ridiculous, man.
I think
before I was born.
God damn, me too.
Don't tell that lie.
I was born in 75. Damn it, that was before. So, like I said, before I was born.
Oh shit!
I know it's not going to be an easy game, but I do think that it's a game that we can win on the road. It being a division game, like somebody said in the chat a few minutes ago, you always got to throw the records out the window when it comes to a division game. I believe the Buccaneers should have a little bit of a sour taste in their mouth from what happened earlier in the season when we played down in Raymond James Stadium. I think Tampa can come out on top. I'm going to say 24-17. 24-17 Buccaneers.
I'm going to say this. The reason why I'm going to say the Bucs do win, and the reason why I think both sides, as James said, they're going to play a lot better. And I do think this time Ritter is gonna catch up to him. His shortcomings will catch up to him. I will say 24 Bucs, Atlanta 13.
Oh.
Both of y'all said they were hair on y'all chest.
Damn.
I'm gonna go. I just think the Falcons should take the route that they took the first game. Just run the ball down y'all throat. If y'all not gonna have Devin White keep running the football, because he's probably their best run stopper when it comes to going up against that front seven. But as I see it, like I said, Bijan has to be the X factor. So I think he scores at least 2 times this game, just like he did last game before last. 1 run, 1 pass. I can see that again. But like you said, I think Chris said with Desmond really being the X factor, I think he definitely has to be. And to be honest, if he can give us at least 200 yards passing and a touchdown, I'll be happy with that. But I'm gonna take the Falcons in this one, man, because the way we ran them over in Tampa, I think they can do the same thing in Atlanta. And plus, with the home crowd on their side, pumping them up, I think that gives them a clear edge. I'm gonna go Atlanta 24, Tampa 20.
Chris, you coming in? What you got, buddy?
Man, all right. So I think I will go.
Before you start, whoever house you over, don't take your ass back over there on Tuesday. That's all I got to tell you.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You ain't got to worry. You ain't got to worry. I promise you, you ain't got to worry.
Pump the brakes next to Chris got
hey man, it is what it is. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It is what it is. But yeah, man. Okay. So this game, man, we at home. We talking about being at home. I think I'm going to go with just for the fact that we should have scored more points last go around. I'm gonna say we actually do score those points this go around, and I'm gonna go 27-16 Atlanta with victory formation.
Victory formation. Golly. Oh man.
Ooh, boy.
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, man. 2017 Falcons. It's gonna be a close game. It's an NFC South game, rival game.
Hey, Chris,
know each other way too well.
Oblivion said you got McDonald's.
Better than this. I ain't gonna lie to you, big dog. McDonald's Wi-Fi is better than this. Really, what it is I got a whole bunch of some trees surrounding me right now. I'm talking about any quarterback will love this pocket protection that I have. Like my goodness.
Golly, man.
Good boy.
Damn. Yep. So
go ahead, Alberto.
No, yeah, I already called it, man. 2017 Falcons, man. It's gonna be a close game. Close game. Young Waku, I think it repeats what he did 7 weeks ago. Wins it in the last minute for us. It's two. I'm not going to say evenly matched teams, but late in the season already, these teams know their tendencies. They've already studied each other so well. To me, it's going to be just a close game. 2017 Falcons.
That's fact.
Damn.
But the chat been lighting it up, man. 28-14 says Oblivion Empire.
I like that, Oblivion.
Jay Black says 24-13.
I like that.
Buck says a trap game. He's seen it before.
Oh,
Jermaine Willingham 28-17. Kevin O'Connell 23-17. Hey, big game. Where your folks at, man?
Man, I don't know. Hey, they just like Tampa fans in real life. They ass out doing something else. All them goddamn snowbirds. And they be doing other places, man.
Shout out to Atlanta Bird Game, man. Y'all go check him out on YouTube, man. He does his thing. Mr. Tidy Jones. He does his thing on YouTube and Facebook. So y'all go check out Atlanta Bird Game on those 2 websites.
The Waffle House.
Yeah, check out the Waffle House on Saturday nights at midnight, man.
Yeah.
Them guys be up till the next morning when the sun come up.
I was trying to say, man, one night I got up, it was like 4 a.m. and they were still going.
Yeah.
I'm like, Tidy, what's good, brother?
Oh my Lord.
Those are like fucking
they be
BET uncut hours, man. 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my Lord, that's right. Yeah. 3 o'clock. You remember 3 o'clock.
God damn, dog.
I had to
shout out Tidy, man.
Look, everybody.
Every time somebody say that, I think a tip drill. I cannot get that video.
That's it. That's right.
I think
That's the only song you
I
can
think
think
what
of.
that thing smell like. That is the greatest video of all time. What that thing smell like. We all
Hey man, hey, I'm already in trouble with YouTube. Just don't go there. That's all I got to say. Just don't go there.
Wait. We about to put Chris on blast. Speaking of tip drill, Chris, what happened yesterday on your birthday? Happy birthday!
Oh man, I was I went by to a church.
Thank you, Antonio.
And
hey, don't sit there and tell no lie on God. You know you got to pay.
Yeah. Lord. Hey man, no, I was just places, places that people wouldn't expect me to be. That's all.
There you
That's
go.
all, man. I was watching a little
Hey,
boxing
ain't
match.
nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Because
Boxing match,
God is the reason we having this conversation right now. So we gonna support that. But shout out to Miss B, man, big supporter of the show. But y'all got somebody in, Mr. Antonio Santiago III. He says, "Look at here,
Shout out to you,
24-19, go Bucs." So y'all did have somebody on the show.
Okay. There you go, being wrong. I mean,
we got some love over here from Miss B, the big game over here.
Hey, Miss B, is the Buff Nerd getting on? He about to go on here in about 10 minutes, but it's gonna be live Thursday because it's college football playoff. Got my blood boiling, so we're gonna be on the same.
Hey, I might have to jump in on that.
Hey, man.
No, I can't jump in. I'm sorry. I got an announcement to make. My baby girl will graduate college on Friday.
Hey, congratulations, man.
Shout out to her, man. She's been doing her thing. So
congrats, brother.
Yeah, God bless her. God bless that, man. That's good.
No doubt. I couldn't go to this show without doing it. I tried to wait till the right time, and that was the perfect time. So shout out to her, man. She's graduating, and I'm very proud of her, man.
Yes, sir, man.
Absolutely, man.
Brother, appreciate you.
Congrats, man. That's awesome. It's a thrill to see, man.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
BG, AJ, you guys want to add anything before we part ways, man?
Oh, well, of course, y'all are always welcome to join us on our podcast, the Bucs the Aftermath on 102.9, the Game Broad Street South Radio. Always check us out because James, like he told you, I turn up there real good and I speak my mind.
I found out the hard way, so
maybe there's a reason why the Bucs haven't gotten back to me yet. They were like, look, Bose has to get fired because he ain't gonna deal with me in there. But yeah, please check us out as always. And then if you want, check out my personal page. It's about Buck and Time on my YouTube channel. And then also, if you go to my Instagram, AJ Turn Up, you check the link. I got a stream where I got a clothing business. The great merchandise right here. This says reality checks don't bounce.
Okay, there you go.
Love that. That's dope.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it said bankhead bounce. I read it wrong.
Lord have mercy.
You got the joke. Damn you, Smith.
Not the bankhead.
You got to love it. You got to love it.
I love that. Yeah. See, I got to be back on here. You guys are awesome. And Atlanta, my brother's in Atlanta. He's from Cocoa Beach, but he lives there. So got to check y'all out.
Shout out, man. Shout out. Big love.
Hey, man, Smitty, Berto, Chris, thanks for having me, man. Hey, y'all can catch me. I try to get on with AJ when I can on Bucs Aftermath and the Bucs pregame show. I also drop games, Peter Perspective on the BGSE network. That's my own network. You can catch me in the Buff Nerd on Thursdays now doing Big Game Sports Buzz. A. Reed does the Monday Man Cave, and we also got the Chop Shop, and then they do this little Dallas Cowgirls show every once in a while called Cowgirls Cutting Up. Let me not disrespect Dak Prescott and the Cowgirls. The Cowboys Cutting Up. If anybody on here like the Dallas Cowboys, y'all can check them out. I just associate when they come on.
We haven't come across not one Dallas Cowboy fan.
Hey, I'm gonna be real. If y'all a Dallas Cowboy fan, just go stand in the middle of I-285 with a blindfold on. That's all.
You're gonna be seeing more than stars. I'm telling you,
boy.
Well, you brothers take care. I'm gonna be out myself. Y'all take care and may the best team win.
There you
go. All love
that
for today, but Sunday.
That's a different story.
Atlanta, and we're gonna do
hey, I be on Twitter. I be on Twitter. Trust
me.
God,
yeah, exactly.
Hey, listen, the Pirate can't do the A-Town stomp, so don't even worry about it. We good.
Hey, we can stomp that peg leg in that ass, dog. Don't trip.
Wait a minute.
Y'all are gonna be too busy playing Peter Pan over there with that damn hook. Get the
man.
We're gonna find him.
We're gonna gotta walk the plank, man. Gotta switch.
Hey, everybody watching this show, if y'all going to the game, just take a bottle of Peter Pan peanut butter, and when they lose, just throw it at them.
Any Buck fans in there? You got to play Welcome to Atlanta.
Oh God!
But do that. No, as a matter of fact, don't do that. You're gonna be in Atlanta. They will.
That's what we want.
We don't want Tip coming in here going, "Hey, ain't nobody getting money in here today. Ain't nobody getting money out here." We don't. We don't
Hey,
need
Chris.
that.
Hey,
Let the folks
I
know
don't
where they
blame
can
him.
find you, Chris.
Oh man, you already know A1 Forever Sports on YouTube, man. Instagram A1 Forever, TikTok The Real A1 Forever, and on Twix, Tix, X Mix, whatever it's called, you can find me A1 Rock, man. Yeah, I'm all over the place trying to get it how I live, you know. And I'm on here
Facts.
with my guys, man. You know, Berto and Smitty, as we're the three-headed monster, you
Let's
know,
do it.
and as the 95 North Sports Machine. You
That's
dig?
right.
So
Facts.
Everybody knows Smitty, but Smitty, please let the folks know where they can find you and your content.
They know where to find me, man. Smitty Sports Machine, man, on YouTube, Spotify, and sportsblog.com. And before I get out of it, man, I give a big shout out to Big Game James, man. If y'all didn't hit me earlier, Big Game been following me since 2015, man. One of my very first guests. And man, we just linked up, man. It's been all love since. So shout out to Big Game and Big Game Sports Entertainment, man.
Yeah, man.
beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Well,
You brothers take care. I'll holler
absolutely,
at y'all.
man. All right, man.
All right, AJ, appreciate you.
Always.
Appreciate you, AJ. Man, but that's going to conclude the show. But before we go, this your boy Berto, your host of the 95 North Falcons Talk Show on YouTube. That's the platform you can find me on. You can find me under Twix, Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it, on the RF Falcons. Another platform that I use to chop it up with the Falcons fans. And you can find me on Bleacher Report. I'll be back on this Sunday, immediately after the Falcons and Bucs game. Just diving a little bit deeper into this win or loss, hopefully win, analyzing and giving my unfiltered thoughts on the day's action. But for my two other co-hosts here, Smitty and Chris, BG, thank you so much again for taking the time to rock with us on this Tuesday night. Chat, thank you so much for tuning in and just giving us your thoughts, what your opinions are, man. We always welcome that. We always truly appreciate that. So we'll give you your Tuesday night back. We will see you guys. These guys will see you on Sunday. I hope to jump on a little bit late. If not, I will see you guys on Tuesday next week. Until then, everybody, peace.